Happening tomorrow, the Lafayette City and Parish Councils will introduce an ordinance to replace the Unified Development Code. Among the proposed changes, giving LCG more power to make decisions in certain situations.
Probably one of the most significant changes that we heard from the committee was the ability to make smart decisions when there were site constraints for specific properties. This administrative privilege ability has been added to certain sections of the code to empower Lafayette Consolidated Government to make decisions in a more timely and efficient manner.
No injuries to report after a house fire overnight in Scott. Firefighters tell us the fire started accidentally by an overloaded circuit with a space heater at a home on La Rue Blanc. 4 people were inside at the time. The house has major fire and smoke damage. In Jeff Davis Parish, a pilot walked away unharmed from a crop duster crash. It happened near LA 26 and Dan Buller Road. That's south of Elton. Deputies say the pilot walked away from the scene and refused medical attention. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. In Opelousas, 3 people are recovering after a truck backed into the Bellevue Animal Clinic. According to investigators, a client was leaving the animal hospital when they backed across the parking lot and into the front of that building. Katie Easter joins us live there now with the updates tonight. Katie.
Well, Jim, I just found out that the 2 employees who were severely injured are awaiting surgery. And now the owner of the clinic said there were several people inside at the time of the crash, but however, they were out of the way. And now she said most of the employees were outside at the time taking a group picture. 2 of those employees were taken to the hospital for their severe injuries. And another employee was inside behind the reception desk, but they were thrown back from the impact and their injuries are unknown. And now right now it's unclear why the driver lost control of the vehicle. And again, no animals were injured, including the clinic cat Marco, who you'll often see here at the front of the clinic where the crash happened. And now the clinic is expected to reopen on Thursday. Live in Opelousas, Katie Easter, KATC TV3.
St. Landry Parish Crime Stoppers is back in the national spotlight. The program won Best Television Crime of the Week, Best Print Media, and Best Community Service Program. Those awards were based off population size, but Deputy Chief Eddie Thibodeau was named top coordinator out of all Crime Stoppers programs nationwide. 3 Lafayette Parish students are the winners of this year's Congressional App Challenge for the 3rd District. The team's app is called Recover, and it's designed to connect victims of natural disasters with essential resources nearby. The app will be featured in an exhibition at the U.S. Capitol in the spring. Agents with the Eunice City Marshal's Office are collecting new socks and blankets to bring to long-term care facilities. If you'd like to donate, you can call the number there on your screen, or you can drop off those items at the Marshal's Office, which is on the 2nd floor of City Hall. This Friday, an Acadiana holiday tradition returns. 500,000 Christmas lights will be turned on over at Noël Acadiano Village. Remember, there are a few changes this year. Tickets have to be bought in advance, either online or at a local ShopRite, and guests will be allowed in 2-hour shifts. And while there will be pictures with Santa Claus, children will not be allowed to sit on Santa's lap.
Well, in less than just about a week, I should say, we'll be drawing one person's name for the Home for the Holidays as the winner of this beautiful home. Details on the project and tonight's early bird prize, that coming up in just a bit.
Rob's full forecast is coming up next. You're watching Acadiana's News Channel at 6.
Forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, we're going to go from a cool and dry pattern to a breezy, milder, and eventually a wet pattern in the next 24 to 36 hours. Could see a pretty good soaking going into tomorrow night. No major flood concerns nor threat of severe weather, but we'll keep an eye on the situations. There's a lot of disagreement amongst the models. So let's take a look at the big picture. And across the lower 48, dominated by 2 systems, one in the northeast producing rain and lake effect snows on the backside as you get up into portions of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and upstate New York. Meanwhile, the next weather system rolling out of the Rockies here, producing snow, and there is a snow advisory for portions of Oklahoma, extreme southern portions of Kansas in advance of that system. And no, it's not going to bring winter weather here, but it's certainly going to bring a good chance of rain. And that's pretty hard to believe since we have severe clear across most of Louisiana. High pressure off to the east now, and that's going to be edging off farther north and east, and hard to see, but there is some stratiform cloud cover right along the Texas-Louisiana Louisiana border. That cloud cover is going to slowly work its way eastward, but most of the night stays fair. But if the clouds come in early, temperatures will be much milder than tonight as compared to what they were this morning, and that was around the freezing mark or a few degrees below that for several hours. Nice frosty start today. But overnight tonight through tomorrow morning, the easterly winds are going to pick up, and that's going to modify our temperature. So we'll be closer to the mid-40s at daybreak. Even though we'll get down into the mid to upper 30s tonight, temperatures actually rise by morning. And then tomorrow, partly sunny early, but clouding up, and showers won't be far behind. There's going to be some thunderstorms as this upper level low is going to have a little bit of a surface low underneath it and another low here in the Gulf of Mexico. And the two are kind of vying for who's going to have the most moisture to work with. And right now it looks like that low out in the Gulf. And with any luck, the heaviest rains and strong storms stay offshore. But this does argue for the possibility of a bigger soaking along the coastal parishes than farther inland. But a good high chance of rain tomorrow night in the 90% range. I think we're going to see more than what the graph model is indicating here. And then lingering showers early Thursday, lingering clouds as well. Graph model is optimistic on clearing us out for the afternoon, but I don't know if I'm going to buy that quite yet. We're going to have to wait for the upper level low to pass us, and that doesn't happen until Friday morning. So eventually we'll clear out and go to partly cloudy skies as we head into Friday, and temperatures cooling back down the line. And notice our graph model not going for much more than a quarter inch, in some cases less than that, just 14/100ths for Lafayette. But down along the coast, you see some of these heavier rains offshore. You get into yellow, you're talking 8 inches of rain. So that's a little disconcerting. And then you look at the European model, which normally has a pretty good track record. Not so over the last 6 months. And this is going for a 2 to 3 or 4 inch soaking I-10 on southward. And in between, the compromised model, the GFS is a compromise between the two, going for maybe 1 inch to 2 inches of rain, higher amounts down along the coast. And that's how we're going to play this one unless we see something different down the line. We'll see if the graph model comes in line with the GFS coming up tonight at 10. First thing you're going to notice tomorrow after a cool start, the winds kicking up. These are wind gusts. It's going to be 15 to 25 out of the southeast with gusts to 30 to 35. Might even see some strong gusts along the coast in the 40-mile-per-hour range. We see that Grand Chenier, Cameron. So it's going to be a blustery, breezy day with that weather system moving on through. And you can see pretty strong winds offshore showing up. This is the high-resolution rapid refresh model. So it's going to be a little rough offshore. Small craft devices have been hoisted there. Gusts to 40 knots or better possible offshore. So tonight temperatures bottom out in the mid to upper 30s right around or shortly after midnight. Then they rise a little bit toward daybreak tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon we'll get into the low to mid 60s. The rain pushes in. Then we're back down into the 50s tomorrow night. And that's where we stay for the most part, we think, into Thursday with lingering clouds and showers. Maybe some clearing for the latter part of our Thursday afternoon. Weekend looking not too bad. So 39 the low, clouds coming in gradually overnight tonight. Lows in the low to mid 40s by daybreak. So that's how you plan how to dress in the morning. You're not going to dress for 39 at 1 a.m. Then for tomorrow, breezy and milder day. Clouds increasing, showers not far behind. I'm going to go with rain chance tomorrow, 60% by late in the day, up to 90% for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night's the good night for sleeping with the rain. Lingering rains as we get into Thursday, but drying out as we head into Friday. And the weekend looking good. Highs upper 50s, lower 60s, and much of next week looking cool. Eventually a warming trend toward the end of next week, but overall a pretty quiet pattern. And temperatures like this, Jim, are akin to what we could expect in the middle of winter, later December, early January, but we have them right now.
Hey, here we are, December 1st, right?
That's right.
All right, thanks, Rob. Still ahead right here on Acadiana's News Channel at 6 o'clock.
Well, we're going to tell you all about tonight's early bird prize, but we're also going to take you on a tour of the master suite. That coming up live in just a bit.